10 modern cultural developments that are changing the world. 10. Vaping. Since the 60s, people have known that smoking cigarettes is not good for you. This has been a rolling movement for the past 50 years, and it has finally reached a climax with the new trend known as vaping. Vaping is thought to be a safer alternative to the cigarette, and there is a strong possibility that it may be. Scientists who have looked into the possible harmful effects of vaping have concluded that there are little to no short-term damages caused by vaping. However, vaping has only been a regular practice for about 4 years, so it is hard for doctors and scientists to determine what the long-term effects of vaping, if any, may be. Regardless, many people all over the world have picked up this habit, and the majority of them did it because the vaporizer is safer than the cigarette. 9. The RX Revolution. The RX revolution changed everything in our world. Since the late 1800s, new medications have become a common occurrence in our world. But in the last 20 years, the prescription drug industry, or RX, has exploded. There is a pill for just about everything that isn't cancer, and new ones are being developed every day. These prescriptions have had both positive and adverse effects on the world. The positive benefits have been increased lifespans, better health, and less discomfort for those who take medications. The negative benefits include things such as increased drug addiction, increased drug crimes, organized and unorganized, and increased deaths by overdoses. The RX revolution is a necessary step in human advancement, but it is a dangerous one that should be pursued with much caution. 8. The sexual revolution. The sexual revolution is a development of the past 20 years. What it amounts to is the sexualization of almost anything you can think of in some way or another. When you see an underwear ad like the one shown, everyone in it is attractive and appealing. This is a common occurrence with various advertisements throughout the past 20 years, and the reason for this is simple: sex sells. People are more likely to buy your product if they are attracted to the idea of it, and what better way to sell underwear to men than to show them that women are attracted to men who wear their brand. The sexual revolution also includes the modern developments in the pornography industry, considering it is accessible to everyone due to the internet. It has shaped the world's concept of sex and sexualization. 7. Women's rights. This is a fight that has been going on for a very long time, and it doesn't seem like it will be ending anytime soon. Women were granted the right to vote a long time back, but as time has gone on since then, it has become apparent that women are still not treated equally as they should be. That is why the fight for women's rights is an ongoing struggle to this day, and it is a cause that many of our political leaders around the world and in the United States have championed as their cause. The fight has been a long and hard one, with many losses as well as many victories, and as time goes on, women gain more and more rights and receive less and less discrimination. However, the fight is still going, and there are still people out there who oppose women's rights in the most fundamental ways. 6. Mobile technology. Mobile technology has changed our world in so many ways. From the technology revolution, so many innovations have been made. We can now communicate with anyone, no matter where we are. We can share, link, and like anything that we find interesting or informative. We can social network and keep track of the lives of our friends by just opening an app. We can communicate and interact with others on a level that was never before conceived. There are downsides to this revolution. Physical damages are in the realm of car accidents. Driving while using the phone has become a common thing, and it was made illegal due to its danger to drivers and anyone near the road. Non-physical damages include the various types of internet fraud and scams. Also, various criminal organizations operate primarily through the dark parts of the web. This revolution has changed our world and will continue to advance and make a difference. 5. Global climate change. Global climate change has, much to our discomfort, become an enormous part of our modern world. As society has advanced over the years, we have developed forms of technology such as automobiles, factories, and nuclear power that have the capacity to damage our world on an environmental level. The release of CO2 into the air has caused significant damage to the world's oceans and atmosphere. In some parts of the world, it is so bad that the ozone layer has had holes burnt right through it. On the poles, massive melting is occurring, and scientists predict that within 15 years or so, we will not have polar ice caps anymore. This has directly affected the sea level and is causing the ocean to rise. This will put almost all coastland around the world underwater. This is a problem for us directly because it will put major population centers such as New York and Los Angeles underwater. Our environment should be protected and respected, and the sooner we realize this, the better. 4. The rise of the LGBTQ community. For years, the gay community has been trying to bring its head above water and get its word out to the people of the world. In modern times, they have succeeded in this. The gay community is no longer known as just the gay community, it is known as the LGBTQ community, which stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, and questioning. This community encompasses all of the groups it names, and anyone else who feels excluded from the rest of the world. In the past 10 years, their voices have been heard more than ever, and they have made significant strides in the laws of the world. For example, just a year ago, gay marriage was made legal in the United States, as it rightly should be. Other such advancements have come from the community, and after 100 years of discrimination and abuse, the LGBTQ community is finally making its way to the world and coming so much closer to the equality which they rightly seek. 3. Hip-hop and rap. Modern hip-hop culture started in the early 1980s, and since then it has developed into one of the largest cultural phenomena to have ever existed. Hip-hop encompasses a few different elements of the culture which it describes. These elements are rap, breakdancing, and disc jockeying. Prominent artists in rap like Wu-Tang Clan, NWA, Eminem, and Run DMC have obtained international fame, while other rap artists like Jedi Mind Tricks, Necro, and Immortal Technique have large underground followings. Many controversies have revolved around rap and hip-hop since their inceptions. Regardless, hip-hop and rap stand as strong today as they ever did. 2. Body modification. Body modification has become a very popular part of modern culture in first world countries in recent years. There are so many different ways that a body can be modified, and not all of them are recent developments. Various types of body modifications, including stretched skin, elongated necks, and tattoos, have been around for almost as long as the human race has been around. The more recent developments in the area of body modifications include things like the corset piercing and the tattooed eyes. Regardless of what type of modification it is, these changes to a person's body are used by that person to express themselves. Body art and modification are some of the primary forms of self-expression in our world today. Number 1. Globalization. Globalization started with the birth of the telephone in 1898. Globalization is the concept of interconnectedness between all the major nations of the world. A long time ago, America could not communicate with foreign countries so easily or so quickly. However, with the development of mobile technology, the various people of the world have been joined. This has led to rapid advancements such as our quickly increasing level of technology, but it has also caused accelerated damage to the world. The rapidly growing and intermixing population of humans has spread to every corner of the world, and that many people need a lot of resources. Our harvesting of those resources has led to significant damage to our planet. Globalization has changed the world for the better and for the worse at the same time, and only with cautious progress can we come out of this on the right side, the side where we can live with our world in harmony and advance peacefully.